Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Adega is playing with his microphone in the back.
Well, no, actually, I'm playing with something else. I got to show you this.
Oh, God.
I think my room's haunted. See this? Wooden,
Yeah?
Chinese. Got 3 different ones. My wife picked them up the other day, and it was strictly because the guy. It's like a monkey paw thing, you know. He wanted to get rid of them. I'm setting this down. That's what the thumping is. And she was at one of these swap meet type, things where they sell all kinds of junk and all kinds of vendors, and so she picked up the 3 of them for $10. Got really old patina on them and everything. But this room that I have as a library is actually, I think it's haunted because there's pictures that are dropping off the wall and stuff. Last night, one of those guys found slammed off of its perch, which was completely solid, and ended up almost in the middle of the room. Heard a big thump, and there he was sitting face up in the room. So I gotta watch out for these things. There may be some kind of hex or something on them. But anyway,
That is kind of creepy.
I like
That
creepy.
is kind of creepy. Are you ready for some more creepy, ladies
Let's
and gentlemen?
do it.
Before we do that, Psychodorf9 throws out a $20 super chat. Dude! He says, you make my drive
Nice!
time. Just figure I'm listening 8 hours late. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you so very much. You guys keep the fires burning bright. Every single super chat, every single membership, everything you guys do. You guys keep this channel alive and well. We're going to hit you with a skull, and then we're going to get this show started. What skull should we play him? Oh, I got a new one. It's not done yet, but I'm working on it. Should be cool. It's like kind of like a...
Need to bring back the sleeping
arts
bag,
thing.
too, for Halloween.
We do. Oh, man. I've got a Halloween intro I'm working on, too. So...
Awesome.
A couple of things we're working on, but let's get you. You know what? I know you want. I know you love this one, Psychodorf 9. So we're gonna play this and get started. Skull.
Long live the fighters!
Welcome. Valhalla, give it up for the Mad Doctor Adega Outlaw! Light the fires for Stone Cold Loki! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 7 Kinds of Mischief! See, you'd
This
be
is
like,
the one
oh,
that did it.
you
The one
oh,
with the
really?
sword. Yeah, and guess what? I just paid attention, figuring out what day it was. It was at midnight last night. The equinox, the start of the equinox.
Oh, that's even better.
Just saying, it happened.
Let's say good evening to everybody. Bush McFadden is here. He says, I'm new here. Is there free coffee? Sure, there's coffee in the corner and donuts. I don't know if you want to eat them, but they're there. Lady Mist, Guardian of the Void, is here. Good evening, Lady Mist. Chris Spurs of the Wrench of Wrenches. Eldrick Lord Haster. Pat S. What's up, Pat S.? Good evening. Jester's Darth Arlena is here. She says it's time for Avalon 19. Good evening, Jester's Darth Arlena. Good evening, Penny. Penny. She says Loki Adega. Good evening, Penny. Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000 is here. Good evening, Brandon. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys have had a pleasant Thursday. It's Thursday, 1 o'clock on a Thursday. It's not really 1; it's 7. But anyway,
Sorry,
you
Chris.
have
It's
that,
not any. Go ahead.
Oh no, go please.
No, it's not one of Avalon's because my ghosts, when they're around, they mean business. It's nothing little hidden or something you can mistake for someone taking a fork and throwing it in the trash. Mine mean business, like throwing things and yeah. So anyway.
I was gonna. What the hell was I? Oh, I was gonna say. You talk to your inventions. I'm like a Well, you're like go forward, my automaton of death, and kill the entire city. I'm just like that.
Which reminds me, I am doing something, and you know about this, and Haster knows about this. You guys, whoever want to contact me, there's already a couple of people lined up and gave me their the things that they're going to recite. If everything works out on the 30th, not the 31st, Loki's birthday. I'm going to do.
They're not supposed to know that.
Kind of a. Yeah, well, too bad. A Halloween thing the day before, so if you guys want to go out and throw candy at kids and that type of stuff, you're welcome to. But the night before, I'm going to have different people come in and share stories that are spooky. Now, there's already a couple of Edgar Allan Poe ones that are taken. I think Loki and I've hinted at that would be good since he's so very good at it, about doing a Staniforth. You guys have heard Staniforth stuff on here. Well, you know what, Aster, it doesn't have to be new.
I haven't checked to see if there's any more of the confessions of a serial killer thing. I haven't checked on those in forever, so he may never have another chapter out. I don't know.
Wow, that could be. You could pick up something short, maybe a chapter out of what's this? Lovecraft. It could be anything that you want, anything that you find spooky. Nauki.
Mysteriously spooky, maybe.
So that's going to be on the 30th, and so you'll get more information about it. I've got some invites for some other people as well. Like I said, there's already a couple that have made some reservations. I did have one out for someone that I'm a friend of, and he is not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. And besides that, I think too many people would want to do a question and answer with him if he showed up and want to, start hitting him up for all his little stories and stuff. And this isn't about that. This is just about sitting back and listening to people read their stories or somebody else's stories, and help you get in the mood for the following day. And I will be dressing up, of course. I always do for Halloween. So that's on the 30th of next month. And it's
what is
somebody's
Adega
birthday,
dressing up as?
I don't know
Stop
yet.
telling him it's my birthday. It's going
I
to
didn't
spread.
say it
People
was.
are going to find out.
I just said it was somebody's birthday. You were the one who said it was
Oh.
your birthday.
Okay. I messed up. I let it out of the bag. Oops.
But no, I don't know. I got a few things. I'll probably do my standard steampunk, but I could do a pirate too. I just put a little eyeshadow on to grow my mustache out. I look like Johnny Depp. I've done that a few times, and people have mistaken me for it.
I need to get the mask. The wooden mask? I think that'll work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Eris would pay good money for that. No, I'm sorry. You're going to kill me for that. I know you will.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. 28-year-old grandfather.
My 28-year dead grandfather scared the hell out of my then wife the last time he dropped in. Huh?
Probably paid a visit. Ghosts do that.
Yes, they do.
Like last night when this little guy jumped at me. Or jumped across the room anyway.
And I might be able to make a mask. I don't know. I know you can get them on the cheap, I'm sure, from somewhere.
Nothing plastic.
But then again, just putting the mask on, that'd be kind of cheap, wouldn't it?
I don't know. You could do whatever you... You don't even have to. Just get a different avatar. Don't need to do a mask. Just because I am.
I've got the Tesseract. I actually have a Tesseract. And I've got
I've wanted
scepter.
One of those.
So, I've got the Scepter and the Tesseract. I could just, Loki it up. Do that.
I could come as a Narn, too, from Babylon 5. I got a promotional Narn mask. You won't see one of those anywhere. It's fun. Oh, gosh, no. His name would... I would lose it. He's from Pop Culture Minefield. He's been in our chat a few times. Why am I forgetting him?
Keith,
yes. When we were doing a show about Babylon 5 together with Fat
Keith's
and a few
great.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he thought he had a collection of Babylon 5. I had to show him the real stuff. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I embarrassed him.
I imagine you did.
All right, enough of that. Besides those of you who were here before and heard the ghost story, there's a couple things I wanted to bring up. One last week, but Loki had wedding plans that prevented us from doing the show. So,
Can I get one thing before you get going?
It's your show. You're just letting me be nice.
Pat S., this is what you do. You're never too old to trick or treat. You just don't go trick or treating. So what you do, this is what you do. Get a suit just like Leatherface wears in Massacre, and get a chainsaw and set up the house. And on Halloween night, when the kids come up to the door, come around the corner and rev the chainsaw, crank the chainsaw, bah, 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 and you come at them like Leatherface, and they will haul ass and leave their bags of candy. And you just collect their bag of candy. Let them bring you the candy.
No, I do all the work.
Well, don't go door to door. Let them do it for you and get free candy. Let them bring you the candy. So there you go. All right, go ahead. There you go.
Figures you would come up with something like that.
I didn't. My uncle did. My dad's brother did that one year, and yeah. Except he had the garage, so when the kids, he'd swing the garage door up and rev that chainsaw, bah, 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 and they'd run and leave the bags of candy, and he's like, free candy.
Come out like Griswold on Christmas Vacation when he's cutting down the tree.
Yes,
got the mask on. That's funny. Now, what I have, there was a little bit I wanted to cover. I don't have everything with me now, but it was for two it was last time we were going to do this. There was some interesting things that came out of Mexico, and hopefully none of you fell for it. These are those old pictures from a couple weeks ago. You probably have them still. They're not too far up in the
Yes.
thread there. Mexico decided to have their, yeah, that's fine, have their little guy that they said, well, we found a mummified alien, and these are supposed to be x-rays of an alien. However, I can tell you from my expert eyes, even if it was an alien, there are certain things that would not exist on an x-ray. This is not an alien, it's a forgery. Nice little decorated. They did some weird MRI things to show, oh, those are alien eggs. No. It's bad paper mache on a monkey skin. And there was some other things I wanted to bring up where they had, it would show joints and various different things. And just mechanically, it didn't matter if it was in heavy gravity or light gravity, any type of anatomy, it wouldn't work. And I would be able to point those things out. It does have some resemblance to a almost a fetal primate, but the rib cage, you could see there, it's wrong. It wouldn't work that way. It's a circus show, and how they were able to put this on in the middle of Mexico. Someone got paid off to be able to show this off, because this is a bad forgery. Nope, there's nothing real about this thing. This is, I've seen others like it where they take bits and pieces and assemble them. They had done one a few years back and said, oh, this is the real deal. Here's all the x-rays and everything that we did of it. And I looked at it and I could see they had taken, for like the foot, they had taken bones of several different creatures and assembled them to make it look like they had these super long toes. And they're called metatarsals. They're the long bones. And I don't know if it's plaster of Paris or whatever they use. It could have been a 3D printer. I don't know. But those little bones in the feet were all mix-mashed. And I could see that they were actual bones that they used. But anatomically, it wouldn't work. Some of them were older aged. Some of them were newer aged. It was just, this is a attempt at another forgery. But nah, this is, the cake video was more real. A few people saw them where they're slicing into the head, and it's actually someone had decorated a cake to look like the thing. So yeah, this is not the real deal. Now, there was another thing that came up recently, and I have not done investigation into it, but it showed up just today. I sent Loki the picture, and it was interesting. Yeah, it's not that one, but that's the picture that Mexico sent, saying, "Oh, that's it. This is the one." This is supposed to have come off of the images taken from the Chinese space station. And I haven't found out if it's real or not, done enough investigation yet, but I did want to show it to you right away. Looks kind of cool. But the top one has this same, almost the exact same silhouette as something I brought up 2 years ago with you guys called the Black Knight satellite. So if someone got a better picture of that thing the Chinese did, or if this is a cool forgery, or if this is something that we have up there, I don't know. But the silhouette, for those of you who don't know what the Black Knight satellite is, what we covered a while back, because it'd take you forever to go back and find it. In the time of Tesla, he swore up and down, some of you will probably remember that, he thought he had contacted Martians. He was getting a signal from space. People couldn't quite make heads or tails of it. You know, a lot of people were claiming he was nuts just to steal his patents and stuff. But it comes out later on that they started tracking this thing and they found out where it was sending signals to. And if it was to send and receive signals, I can't remember the exact star system, but it would take 12,000 years. So they figured that whatever it is in orbit that was sending and receiving these signals would be at least 12,000 years old. Well, eventually the space shuttle program got into full swing, and lo and behold, if they didn't get a few pictures of the beast. It is, you can look it up, you can see images from the space shuttle program done in the 80s. And the top one is a silhouette that looks very, very similar to the Black Knight. They had tried to catch this thing. And most of you know that when satellites are in orbit, they have some new ones now that don't follow this. But for the longest time, they only would go equatorial, meaning they'd spin around the Earth, falling as if they were, going right to left or from east to west. They're just in a perpetual fall. I guess it was not east to west. I think most of them go west to east. Some of you will know better than I do. But the other night I was out watching stars and saw one going from south to north, which I thought was kind of unusual. But when they went up to hunt this thing down, it took off going from the horizontal to a longitudinal. It took off north, and they couldn't catch it. I don't know what the wave files are. Probably would. I like getting it so long as I learned something. I've been studying this stuff for a long time, and I don't. A lot of people rehash stuff over and over again, especially on TV. And if they're going over the same stuff again and again, or you have the same ghost hunters go to the same places again and again, it doesn't interest me. I want to see something new. It's not. Go ahead.
We brought up this was maybe a year or two ago. There was a Japanese team, and they dressed this guy up in this. It was like a blue slicker that had like this sparkly stuff over the outside of it, and he could walk right in front of the camera, and you wouldn't see him on the camera. Right. Because of this shell they made on this slicker material, it was bending light, but you could see him if you were standing there. Just the camera couldn't see him.
Right.
If we can do that, and we could do that, 10, 15 years ago, there's no way a civilization that's created faster than light travel wouldn't have some sort of invisibility screen where they could just bend light around the ship and make it invisible. We wouldn't see.
You would think so. The only thing that this is, and you're probably right, I would assume 90% of that is right. The only thing that would make me think that it may not be is, you think if it was a civilization that didn't have war, why would they need it? So why would they develop it? But considering some of the old wood sketches, you guys can look up some from Germany in the 1500s. A lot of people claim to have seen a interstellar war right above one of the cities there in Germany, and there's wood etchings of it. We showed those as well. So, you go out into space, you never know who you're going to run into. It may be the Directive, maybe the Nibe, you never know. Sorry, those are from my books. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this cool picture. I thought it was awesome, and maybe stir your memory up about the old Black Knight satellite. And I think at the time, too, I even showed you the badges that our Air Force and NASA were using, where it had the Black Knight on it, where there was an actual X-37. What is that? X-plane. It's the X-37?
It's an X-plane.
X-36?
It's an experimental. Yeah, experimental.
The one that was going up into orbit forever. I think they had missions on it that were claimed to be Black Knight mission. I think it was.
Are you talking about the Aurora?
Yeah. No, it's an actual plane. It landed. They finally brought it down, I think, last year. It had been up forever. It looks like a mini space shuttle.
Arlena says there's supposed to be a spaceship in the background of the Mona Lisa.
I don't know. If there is, I have no idea. I just know the Mona Lisa is far more impressive painting than people give it credit for. And one of these days I'm going to study it a little bit more. It's supposed to be some painting techniques that we weren't able to reproduce. He did it to show off.
Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff that they did that we can't produce today. We can't do that today.
Right.
You know, we got into the Egyptian stuff one time, folks, and there is a tablet that you can do advanced mathematics that you need pretty much supercomputer to do today. They were doing that crap by hand on a tablet.
Yep. I remember you bringing that up. That was child's play.
Shorthand. Yeah, child's play. This was simple back then. They figured out ways to do it, or they were taught ways to do it, however you want to look at it.
Right.
With shorthand, where you don't need a damn supercomputer to do it.
Right.
How much information have we lost to gain pocket phones and all of that? That's what I'm.
Yeah, all I know is we're a lot dumber than we used to be. Megalithic structures around the world, yeah. Laser cut megalithic.
Who had the flamethrowers? There was a guy. It was an Aztec-like civilization. Son of a bitch had flamethrowers from pressurized gas, and this is before anyone invented gunpowder or any shit like that.
I don't know. I know Greek fire was kind of like that, but they weren't able to reproduce it either. They said it tore into things. It would set the ocean on fire. If it got on your ship, they couldn't put it out. It was guaranteed kill of that ship if they got it on it. But yeah, they lost the formula for that, which probably is a good thing.
Unbelievable.
Okay, that's a whole other story. Here's my personal belief. Arlena brought up the Romans destroying Alexander's library. Some of you are going to hate me for this. Is just an opinion, so if you don't like my opinion, too bad. I think the powers that be, and in cahoots with other people of influential religions at the time, stole what was in there and burnt it down as a cover story. So I think that stuff that was in that library, at least the majority of it, is still in a vault underground someplace in Italy. You could take it from there, but that's my personal opinion. So
Mark's got something he wants to share. I'm trying to load it up. Give me just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
I know the one he's talking about.
Itself.
Yep.
Look in the background. Right.
There's a lot of them like that. Yeah. Some of them I would say are actual halos. Some of them I would say are beams of light coming through to show divinity. But in this one, you can see there's no light, doesn't look or positioned like it would be a halo. And over her shoulder is a guy standing on the coast pointing or looking up at the thing. So yeah. Vimana, or were they more closely associated with them, or maybe we had them back then and all of that information is lost and we've been taught a false history. I should get into that sometime. There's someone that I know that is really into my mind isn't working. I gotta tell you. Yes, go ahead.
Read that, please.
The Alexandria Library been destroyed doesn't upset myself. It was all Greek to me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But there's someone that I know. Yeah, yesterday I electrocuted myself a few times, so my brain's it's on the weepy side. So I can't remember what it was called. But there is a group of people that think that we are living under a false history, and they get into it through architecture and various different signs of we even as recently as 200 years ago had some amazing technology, and our civilization was amazing until we were conquered, and what we are living through now is a lie. And it's really, really interesting. There's some good points to it. I don't believe it, but there's some really good points to it. So one of these days, I'll see what I can do about having a guest come on and they could talk about it. But I wish I remembered the name of it. It was an empire, and it was like almost a utopian empire. And they point to a lot of the European, more like the Baroque type buildings, constructions, the World's Fair, the things that were built there, electric cars, they had electric conveyors, all kinds of things that we don't use now, but they work just fine. They even had a remote control car 150 years ago that drove up and would pick people up. And people have forgotten it, and yet videos are there. So, Teteria, that's it. Teteria. If you guys want to go down a rabbit hole, again, I don't believe it, but I think it's fascinating. Yeah, Tartaria stuff. DJ got it at the same time I was thinking it. But it's quite interesting. So I know a couple of people. One of them loosely associated with her, but she's gotten into it quite a bit, and I may bring her on. She gets into this weird stuff as well. So that's what I have for you. Besides the fact that if any of you wanted to contribute to the pre-Halloween show, let me know. And we'll see if there's space for you, and I will also let you know if someone's already doing that. Because like I said, there's a couple of Poe stories that have already been taken, and Loki's doing Stand Forth. I'm doing my own stuff, but you don't have to do your own stuff. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's a good Halloween spook story.
I'll see if in between everything, if I can write something. If I can write something, I'll do my own thing. I haven't wrote anything since I wrote that car one.
The car was good. The car was good.
So we'll see.
And if we do it
I'll
on this
definitely be
program,
there.
you can
I'll
show the
read
video.
something.
So, oh, cool, good deal. All right, did we want to see that video?
Yeah, we can show that video. Yeah.
All right, it's 2.5 minute video. This creator here on YouTube had done this. Find his name so we give him full credit.
Oh, I'm gonna dump the actual. I'm gonna dump the link in the chat too. That way.
Yeah, this guy deserves every bit of credit.
So the channel name is Abora.
Something like that.
The link's in the description in case you guys want to watch it on your own. Adega just showed this to me, and I was like, wow, holy crap. So we're going to pause it every once in a while. That way we don't get in trouble. But we're going to play this. You should be able to hear it.
You. Yes, you.
Can you hear that? Yes, you.
Yeah, I can hear it. This goes along with what
Okay.
Loki was talking about this morning.
You. Yes, you.
Do you dread waking up in the morning? Are you feeling helpless in your society? Perhaps
Helpless in your society?
even a bit lost? Well, look no further. At the capital, we offer an escape, a new beginning, a life.
A new beginning. Look at all them smiles. Look at all them smiles. Look, they're so happy. It's a slot machine, too.
Time of unending joy.
Is it
We have an
staggering
abundance of
for anybody?
attractions, so
What?
I think it's stuttering on my end. I was just checking to see if it was just my end or if it was everybody.
I was just I was pausing it. Hopefully, I'm not pausing it too much.
so captivating, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them.
Okay, no, it's not the
Let's
pause.
take a look, shall we? Take a ride on the Cosmic Carnival.
The Cosmic Carnival. I mean, this is beautiful. This is absolutely freaking beautiful.
Right.
Let go of decisions and let the carnival choose each thrill for you.
Let go of decisions and let the carnival choose each thrill for you.
Simply sit back and soak in fun. Getting hungry?
That is diabetes central, ladies and gentlemen. If I were to have any of that, I would be on the way to the hospital. In fact, I recently told Eris, if I ever get to the point where I don't know who anybody is or what anything is, or I've lost my mind, go and get me a giant caramel vanilla malt from somewhere and just put me out of my misery.
Make your way to Brightside Bistro, where you can feast until your heart's content. And if that's not enough to satisfy your craving,
Oh my.
choose from our exquisite line of automatons.
Automatons. So these are not real people. These are blow-up dolls that walk,
Yep.
talk.
A companion that never strays, never
Look at all of them. They're all exactly the same.
tires, and always obeys. As you traverse our radiant metropolis, bring our latest gizmo.
Huh. Doesn't that look familiar?
Yep.
The mood on the go. With the swipe of a thumb, alter your mood instantly and experience any emotion you wish.
That is creepy as hell. That is creepy as hell.
You can also use it to instantaneously replace your companion if things go south. How convenient.
How convenient. What does he mean by if things go south? I thought the companions were like blow-up dolls, right? So what does he mean by that? Who are the companions?
And our most popular attraction, the Dream Machine. Relive your most cherished moments in vivid, extraordinary detail. No need to cling to old photos.
I love you.
Live in the
Live in the past. That is no. Nope.
past forever. You might be wondering, what's the cost for such a paradise? Well, dear viewer, some prices aren't paid in gold
Or silver. What do you think the cost of this wonderful paradise is going to be, Dega?
Oh, I already know.
silver. We only ask you for one thing,
It's a price too high.
your identity.
Your soul.
We'll need the very core of who you are. It's a small price for a lifetime of unending joy, don't you?
Look at these crazy ass people. It's a small price to pay for unending joy.
Think? And no need to fear crime or violence. We'll always keep an eye on you.
We're always watching to make sure you're huddled together. This almost looks like the opening of our show, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For your safety.
Oh, for your safety, they're going to keep an eye on all of us for our safety. For our safety. Uh-huh.
Yeah, sounds like that British government thing.
Welcome back to Spot the Odd One Out.
Or China.
Remember, in the capital, wearing a smile is the norm. However, a few seem to occasionally slip up. No worries. This is your golden opportunity. If you see someone forgetting their grin, report them to us and stand a chance to win fabulous rewards.
Fabulous rewards for turning people in that do not conform to the status quo. Brilliant.
Right.
We'll make sure to turn their frown
Upside down.
upside down. So,
There you go.
capital of conformity.
Yeah, I've heard of altered carbon there, Hester. Yep.
That's just brilliant.
Yep. So follow
This
that
is
link. Watch it again. It'll
Yeah.
freak you out.
I'm gonna put that link and throw that link in chat again. No, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy video. I love it.
Well, technically, Chris, you're not making a woman smile. You're making an automaton smile. It will always serve you.
And it will always
Unless
smile.
things go south. And it turns into that little girl, that robot from that movie not too long ago. Gosh, I can't remember her name. My brain is jelly. Told you I electrocuted myself. Little bit of electroshock therapy yesterday. So,
Come. We must go.
Megan, that's the one. You've been a bunch of help tonight, Hester. Thank you. You and Ronnie G, thanks for reminding me. You guys have been my brain half the night, so I appreciate it.
I like that.
So there you have it.
I like that movie. Megan was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah. I think they're making another one, aren't they?
I hope so. Believe it or not, I like Blue Beetle. I thought the family dynamic in Blue Beetle was great.
I haven't seen it. I have no idea.
That's a really good part of Blue Beetle is the family dynamic, his family. I liked his family. I thought his family was great. Oh, mijo, go and make sure you have washed yourself in the bathroom. I loved his Nana. Oh my God, I thought she was awesome.
Just like Mike's mom.
That's probably why I liked it so much. Oh my God. All right. Oh, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adega, for taking the time to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Guys, get in touch with Adega about the October 30th day before Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Da 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 da.
And you can rotate in and out. You don't have to stay for the whole time. It's not one of those things where the panel comes on and everyone's there. It just, you pop in, pop out. Doesn't matter. I want it to be laid back, but for everyone to get a chance that has something spooky to share that they can.
Yeah.
And we'll have Mark just show off his abs. That'll do.
Oh my God. Did you hear that, Mark? All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Next week I am going to do Twilight of the Gods, which is like the end of the gods, and then we'll move on to something outside of Norse mythology for a while.
All right.
What? Yeah. So, tomorrow or next week will probably be the last of the Norse mythology for at least a little while. We'll finish it off with Twilight of the Gods, which happens to be one of my favorite songs, Twilight of the Thunder Gods. Thor, Odin's son, protector of mankind. So, yeah.
There you go.
Guys, take care. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the lady, Arwen Avalon, and the rooster, Day Bob. I recently found a old Bob from the black hole, an old Bob action figure, and we're going to send that to Day Bob tomorrow. So,
I have to make a little correction for Lady Misquote before we go. Dragons are not born; they were created. You know my story. It was a miscast magic spell.
Oops.
Made 7
Somebody
of
did
them.
a big oops.
Yeah.
Guys, have a great night, everybody, and we will catch you on the next 7 Kinds of Mischief. Be great, everybody.
We'll see ya.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.